Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and to Taskmaster Tuesday, where I take on two fellow content creators, Stealth17 and Spartan League 43. And today it's another one of my scenarios. It's a treaty battleship, Second London Naval Treaty, slightly modified. So I've already made a start. So we have a displacement limit of 40,000 tons, first off. And we have a gun caliber maximum length of 14 inches, or we can increase that to 16 inch. But if we do that, then the enemy gets a battle cruiser as well. The other thing is we have to have secondary guns, AA guns, and we must have anti-torpedo 5. So basically to kind of force us to build semi-realistic ships. The winner is the Admiral, who sinks the enemy fleet. And if more than one of us does that, it is the cheapest ship. So there's quite a lot to consider with this. So I've already picked the Advanced Tower 2 and the Advanced Secondary Tower 3. These are on the cheaper end of the spectrum. I think they're the second cheapest towers, but they actually match. Secondary armament I'm actually going to deal with first. We must have at least 8 4-inch guns. So that would be fine, but I'm also going to stick one there. Just because I think it looks good. And then we must have at least 10 1.1-inch guns. I'm just going to use regular old 2-inch guns. I think I'm going to use dual barrels as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, I could use singles. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. There we go. So, plenty of those in case we need them. Now, main guns, I'm not so sure. Now, I could go for a 16. Or I could go for a 14. But I'm going to go for the slightly left field choice of a 13-inch. Because it's a Mark IV. And if you look at the difference, particularly at 2,500 meters, the difference in accuracy is quite incredible. The rate of fire jumps significantly. The range is even higher on the 13-inch gun. So I think I'm going to go for the 13. Or, no, I'm not. I think I'm going to go... I might even go for the 12. Oh, dear, because the 12's a Mark V, which is even better still. They have better range. What about damage? Yeah, damage is dropping off. That's the problem. But maybe I can make a 12-inch gun work. It's a bit of a radical choice. And penetration might be the only issue, but it's not that much less than the 13-inch. And I'm not playing France, although maybe I should. I'd get access to quad 13s. France with quad 13s might be an interesting pick, but I've gone with Britain. I don't want to change it. So I'm going to go with 12-inch guns. Yeah, I'm going to go with 12-inch guns, and I'm going to go for, I think, 12 12-inch guns. That's my plan. Also saves on cost quite considerably. Go for something like that. I think I can make that work. I'm going to go oil 3, balanced boilers. I'm going to stick on good old-fashioned steam. It's cheap and effective. An auxiliary diesel. I will get the good maneuverability stuff. I know it's a cheapness challenge, but there's cheap and there's cheap. If you see what I mean. Now, 12-inch guns, they're going to need all the launching power I can give them. I might even go with increased shells. What's my flash fire chance? 3.2. Increased shells is something it's a nice to have. I don't need it. Bring a hydrophone just in case. I'm going to bring an RDF just for that gun aiming speed bonus. Just to see if that will help. Now then, funnel and engines. I've got 74 smoke. I probably should go for the biggest funnel, right? Yeah, go for a nice big funnel. Now, speed is not super important in this challenge. Obviously, speed is also protecting the ship. I mean, I could get this thing up to extremely high speed, but I think something like 32 knots. Yeah, 32 knots hasn't made my speed increase dramatically. Let's just check on costs. That saves me 3 million going to 31. It's another 3 million going to 30. 30 I think is reasonable for a modern battleship like this. 2 knots faster than a KG5. I think she would be fast enough. That leaves me with armoring. Obviously, I've got her range down at 0. But I think that should be at least medium range. So it must be at least in the middle. So yeah, around about there. Not a huge range at 8,906 kilometers, but it's workable. Now the length of the guns, I'm not going to go wrong with a lengthened gun. That gives me very, very punchy guns if I hit the belts. If I hit decks, it's going to do bugger all. Firing very flat, basically. That's just a risk I'm going to have to take. These don't matter so much, so I'm going to have them as short little stubby things, just there to fling out shells. They don't need to be armoured either. But armouring, I've got about 4% weight left for armour. That's not bad. And the ship already comes with pretty chunky armour. 10-inch deck, that's very respectable. Going to go all the way up to a 20-inch main belt. I think I can. I don't need 4.5 belts this chunky. 6 inches would be more than enough. And these probably don't need to be as high as that. 4-inch, again, would be more than enough, I reckon. Let's go for 2-inch on the superstructure. 22 on the tower. Yeah, I'm going to have to shave these down anyway. Now, these... Can we get 22-inch? No. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is the turrets. They're maxing out at 17-ish inches. So maybe go for a 16-inch main belt with an 8-inch main deck. And then we go 842 on the inside. And on the decks we go 422 or 1.6. That's fine. Conning tower doesn't necessarily need to be that thick then. 18, and then We get these up to 8. It gives a little bit more protection against secondary guns. Just in case the enemy's fielding those. And then I could probably get that increased ammo if I wanted. Can't increase my bulkheads though. Increase crew. Yeah, I could go to spacious. And I could tack on some more armor somewhere. Probably a bit more main belt. Same as the turret, 17.4. Main deck the same. No, not quite. Get a little bit more on the main deck. Nope. Superstructure. There you go. That's me at my weight limit. Obviously, I'm going to have to move the components around, but I tend to do that right at the end. Now, training. This is where your cost can balloon, because if I go with cadets, the ship's only 177 million. If I go with veterans, it's 310. So, crew info. When is it that veterans bonuses start going down? I think it's about 80. Yeah, there you've got full bonus there at 80, 85. That gives me a cost of 290 million, so I'm just under 300 million, and I think that's with a good crew. I think that's a reasonable. I think that's a reasonable kind of thing. Okay, halfway offset. Okay, let's see if we can deal with that. Still have an halfway offset. It doesn't look like I have an halfway offset. It looks pretty balanced to me, if I'm being honest. I'd like to just shove that gun forward to fix it, but you'd be pushing it all the way out there to do it. That means fiddling around with all this stuff again. .34 weight offset, 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 is the best I'm going to get. That is a very negligible amount, and I've actually recovered some weight from doing all that. So, enough weight to increase my bulkheads? Probably not. But if I go back to my original armor. No, not quite. Just slightly over. I would like to get it in, though. I dropped my superstructure armor a little bit. There you go. Okay, that's totally worth it. So, yeah, I'll go for many bulkheads. I've still got the increased ammo. I don't have the spacious crew quarters, though. And I think that's my best bet. Going for something like that. I don't know if a build like this is necessarily gonna work. 12-inch guns they're nice, but they do lack a certain amount of punch. Well, will my investment in technology pay off? You tell me. In the comments before you go on to the second part of the video, and then you can come back and see if you're right. So, the revenge. See, if the AI serves me up a 20-inch monster, I'm gonna struggle. That's a pretty big ship. Okay, and they are where? Behind me. That's not helpful. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Oh, they're running away. Okay, only 8 main guns. 15.1, so a Bismarck kind of level of ship, at least in terms of armament. It's a little bit wet because of that reduced draft. Wouldn't, unfortunately, things like that don't figure into the game. To start off with. I might as well fire HE at this range. Ow! Whoa! Ouch! Just lost B turret. Okay, that's my attempt probably over. Ow! That's gone right through the roof. And I need to get the other guns involved. Now, turret roofs, just in case you were wondering, had 8.4 inches of armour on, so it's not like they weren't armoured. I could not get more armour than that. This turret has a terrible firing arc. Notice that one was doing it. Go back to auto. And of course some target locking. Which is going to make this completely impossible. Whoa, 100,000 tons. Jesus. 35? Bloody hell. Okay, that's a monster. 656 million? Fucking hell. If I was able to take that out, it would be a miracle. Not any chance. 25. Very hard to go through a main belt like ow, main belt like that. 17.6 inch, and then 8.9, and then another 7.1. That's very difficult to go through. That inner second inner belt, 7.1. That's going to be. I'd be like, I probably need at least 16-inch guns to have any hope. And yeah, that's just taking me apart. Yeah, can't fire anymore. Where's designs like this in the campaign, AI? This is actually a good ship. I mean, it's expensive, but it's good. Green crew as well. Yeah, my pet chance actually isn't that bad. I just crippled by the time I was able to get any hits in. Yeah, that didn't go well. I don't think it was a bad ship in particular, but yeah, against something like that, not gonna happen with a pathetic amount of damage. Oh well, sometimes you try things and they just don't work. Go and have a look at the other admirals, see how they did. Hopefully better than me, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.